Tao Ching, 4th century BCE, by Laozi, translated by Lionel Giles, 1904. Introduction. Chapter 1 of the Tao Ching discusses the concept of the Tao, or the Way, as the source of all things in the universe. It emphasizes the importance of embracing simplicity, humility, and harmony with nature in order to achieve true enlightenment and inner peace. Transcendental aspect and physical manifestation. Chapter 2 of the Tao Ching delves deeper into the nature of the Tao, emphasizing its transcendental and physical aspects. It discusses the mysterious and formless nature of the Tao, highlighting its role as the source of all things in the universe. The chapter also touches on the concept of spontaneity, harmony, and balance in the natural order of things, contrasting the ways of heaven with the ways of man. It emphasizes the importance of humility, selflessness, and non-interference in achieving harmony with the Tao. Moral principle or virtue. Chapter 3 of the Tao Ching emphasizes the importance of virtue, moderation, and humility in achieving harmony with the Tao. It discusses the concept of selflessness, the value of moderation, and the power of virtue in governing oneself and others. The chapter also touches on the idea of returning to one's true nature and the importance of aligning oneself with the principles of the Tao to achieve lasting success and fulfillment. The doctrine of inaction. Chapter 4 of the Tao Ching emphasizes the power of inaction and simplicity in achieving harmony with the Tao. It discusses the importance of letting go of self-interest, practicing moderation, and embracing tranquility. The chapter also touches on the idea of achieving success through non-interference and the value of stillness and purity in guiding one's actions. It concludes with the notion that by practicing inaction and simplicity, one can achieve great things without striving or forcing outcomes. Lowliness and humility. Chapter 5 of the Tao Ching emphasizes the importance of humility, simplicity, and gentleness in achieving harmony and success. It discusses the power of humility in leadership, the value of frugality, and the virtue of not striving. The chapter also touches on the idea of yielding and not asserting oneself, as well as the concept of embracing humility to achieve greatness. It concludes with the notion that by practicing humility and simplicity, one can attain true virtue and success. Government. Chapter 6 of the Tao Ching discusses the principles of governing with humility and simplicity. It emphasizes the importance of not exalting worth, not prizing what is hard to procure, and not showing people what they make of it to maintain order and harmony. The chapter also touches on the idea of governing with non-interference, using stratagems in war, and practicing inaction to achieve prosperity and peace. It concludes with the notion that by governing with integrity and simplicity, the people will naturally find their way back to virtue and contentment. War. Chapter 7 of the Tao Ching emphasizes the importance of governing with humility and avoiding the use of force and violence. It discusses the negative consequences of using weapons and engaging in war, highlighting the value of peace and tranquility. The chapter also touches on the idea of honoring the weak and showing compassion, rather than rejoicing in the slaughter of human beings. It promotes a mindset of restraint and non-aggression in dealing with conflicts. Paradoxes. Chapter 8 of the Tao Ching discusses the concept of paradoxes and contrasts in life, such as beauty and ugliness, good and evil, and existence and non-existence. It emphasizes the importance of embracing simplicity, humility, and self-awareness. The chapter also touches on the idea of moderation, balance, and the power of non-action. It highlights the value of knowing oneself, letting go of selfish desires, and finding strength in weakness. Miscellaneous sayings and precepts. Chapter 9 of the Tao Ching emphasizes the importance of simplicity, humility, and self-awareness. It discusses the value of moderation, balance, and the power of non-action. The chapter also touches on the idea of contentment, wisdom, and the importance of good deeds over mere words. It highlights the significance of treating others with kindness and understanding, and the importance of anticipating difficulties before they arise. The chapter concludes with the idea that true wisdom lies in knowing oneself and avoiding unnecessary conflict. Laozi himself, Chapter 10 of the Tao Ching discusses the concept of simplicity and humility. It contrasts the contentment and inner peace of the sage with the restlessness and confusion of others. The chapter emphasizes the importance of understanding the underlying principles of the Tao, even though they may be difficult for many to comprehend. The sage is described as someone who may appear foolish or clownish to others, but who possesses true wisdom and reverence for the Tao. Translators afterward. Chapter 11 of the Tao Ching discusses the challenges and controversies surrounding the translation and interpretation of the text. It highlights the difficulties in understanding the ancient Chinese writing style, the changes in language over time, and the lack of punctuation in Chinese writing. The chapter also touches on the authorship and authenticity of the text, emphasizing the importance of focusing on the philosophy and influence of the work rather than its origins.